In this tutorial, I'm going to show you my way of EQing a drum set I just recorded. So let's start with the kick drum. Let's listen to it. Okay, the first thing I'll do is try to spot the frequencies I don't like. So I'm gonna boost them, and once I find them, I'm gonna remove them. Okay, so what I did was to remove all this muddy area of the kick drum, which made it sound a bit dull, and now it sounds much more, well, it has a lot more of definition. Let's compare it, okay, with the EQ applied and without. Okay, I'm also gonna add a bit of brightness for the bitter sound to stand out a bit more. Okay, I like it now. One important thing about mixing a kick drum is to find a good balance between the low frequency area and its high frequency area. So I like it as it is now. I like how it sounds. I'm not gonna boost its low frequency content for now, maybe later, once we add the bass and the rest of the instruments. So far it's fine. Let's go with the snare drum. Let's listen to it. I'll follow the same process as with the kick drum. First, I will spot the frequencies I don't like, and right now I can hear a really ugly harmonic which will probably be around here. We're gonna spot it and remove it. Right here, you see? Now let's try to add a bit more of body to the snare drum. And since this snare drum was recorded with only one microphone at the top side, I'm gonna add a bit of brightness to it. Okay. Let's compare with, without. Once I'm done with my snare drum, I like to compare it to my kick drum in order to check that there's balance and coherence between both of them. And now we are going to go with the overheads. I like to add them as soon as possible to the mix because they will also change the sound of our kick and our snare. Okay, so let's go with them. As you can see, I did some quick panning because I like the stereo image they give like this. For now, let's just focus on EQ. I'll give you more details about panning in another video, okay? Let's go. By the way, I forgot, there's one thing we can do with the snare drum, which is really gonna help us, especially when we start messing with compression, and it's to clean its low frequency area with a low cut filter. Okay, much better. We're gonna do the same with the overheads. Okay. Okay. You see how much definition we gain once we clean the overheads? Basically what we are doing is to remove all the low frequency content that we already have in our kick and snare tracks. And we are also removing a bit of harshness from the cymbals, and I'm adding a spark of brightness because I don't like to boost too much, especially in this early stage of the mix. I will always wait to have all the other instruments, and then I will clearly see if the drums need more bright on the overheads or whatever. Okay, but right now let's just go with it. Okay, now that we have the kick, the snare, and the overheads, let's go with the hi-hat. It's actually pretty similar to what we did with the overheads. Okay. Okay. You see the difference? It sounded very harsh and dark before, and now it sounds really clean and with a lot of definition. So let's try to add them to add the hi-hat to the with the rest. Let's okay. I'm gonna give it a bit of pan in order to match it with the image that the overheads are giving us. Okay, and now I'm gonna boost it a bit. Let's see. Okay. All right. Now let's go with the toms. There's a section in this song here. Okay, sounds very dark. Much better. And now I'm gonna add also a bit of brightness. Let's compare. This is with, without, with. Okay, nice, I like it. Now let's go to the floor tom. Without, with. Now let's hear both of them. It's important to try to match them so that they don't sound very different from one another. Okay, I like it. Look the difference. Pretty big, isn't it? All right. So now we have the whole drum set with EQ. Let's listen to it. Okay, let's mix it very fast. Let's see. Let's go again to this section of here. Okay, I like it. I'm gonna play it from the start, and then I'll bypass all the EQ processing we've done so far, so that you can see the difference. Okay. Okay, and the part with toms. Okay, this is it. So hope this was useful for you. One important thing for me, because I remember when I began learning EQ, I just worked like with presets, like for example, if it was a kick drum, I would just remove this muddy part from here without even listening to the source. Then I would boost the low frequencies. I would also add brightness here. But first listen, because each kick drum is and each instrument, there are so many factors, the instrument itself, the way it was played, the microphone it was used. I mean, you have to learn to listen, to spot the things that you don't like, or the things that you believe are missing, and you have to boost. Okay, but don't just work like mm, like just don't learn this from memory. All right, because this worked with this kick drum, with this microphone, with etc. But that's important. Practice your listening skills to identify what's how to spot these bad sounding frequencies and how to fix them. Okay, that's really important, and that's the key about a good EQ process. So just practice, practice, practice. All right. Well, hope you enjoy it.